Hey guys, what's up? It is Friday, January 19th. Just got home a little bit ago. Just got dark, and I happened to come home to a present on the porch. So this is surprise number one for my winter upgrades. We have here a nice new set of tires. We got a Nitto NT05R 275 4017s. To take place of my rear Nitto NT05s. Get these in here. Basically, I'm going to try and get these mounted tomorrow. I'm going to wake up early in the morning, get the wheels off of the Mustang, and take the F-150, get the tires mounted and balanced. And even though we're not going to drive this for a while, I want to get these done a while. Get these in here. So you see, tread compound is a little bit different than regular NT05s. We'll get a close-up on that tomorrow. Even with it being 20 degrees out, these things are very gummy. I don't know if we'll be able to see them side by side here. Tire profile should be the same. It's still 275 4017. So you see them right next to each other. Everything should be pretty much the same. These are actually a tiny bit taller than the regular NT05s. Down there you can see the tread pattern is a little bit different. And you can see overall the diameter is a little bit taller on those. So we're going to get these off first thing in the morning. We'll get down to the tire shop, we'll get some footage, and we'll get these things mounted and balanced, and get them on the Mustang tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, good morning. This is Saturday morning, the January the 20th, I think it is. I got my fresh cup of coffee. Got up a little early today. We're going to get the back wheels off of the Mustang. We're going to throw the NT05Rs in the back of the F-150, and we're going to take them to get mounted today. It's a bittersweet day. It's a good day. I'm getting some tires put on. It's going to be a little bit warmer today, so that's nice. So maybe I'll roll the car out of the garage. Bad news is one of my cats, my oldest cat, Nos. She's about 17. She's having some problems. She's not doing too good. So we're going to make this a two-trip thing, or kill two birds with one stone thing. I'm going to take her to the vet because the vet's pretty close by to where I'm getting the tires mounted. So I'm a little upset about that. I've had her for about 17 years. She got her name Nos from, I actually had a nitrous set up at the time, and I had a whole bunch of my nitrous parts out, and when we brought her home, she pretty much clinged to where all my nitrous stuff was and was hanging out in my old Nos bottle blanket. So that's kind of how she got her name. Hopefully she's alright, but she's getting old. She's not liking to eat. She's looking like she's getting a little skinny. So we're going to take her into the vet today and see how things are going and go from there. But I'm going to try and get some time-lapse footage. I'm going to try and only get the back end in the air of the Mustang today. Usually I get all four corners in the air because the front end's a little low when I get the back up. But we'll get just the back up and get them off, get them packaged up, and we'll get over to the tire shop. See you in a bit. feel like doing right now. So we're not going to do it. But so for you guys who have not seen up close on my wheels, you can see my flush valve stems. And now that I think about it, I got to make sure I take the attachment for them so I can get air on my tires. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up here for now. So I can get the wheel off and not drop the wheel or my camera. There you guys go. We got my CCW Classics. Just don't mind the XSR center cap. I decided I wanted to fake the funk and put an XXR center cap on it. Psych! Some of you guys will get the humor in that. So we got the first one off. These tires got a couple thousand miles on them, 3,000 miles, 3,500 miles or so. They come with 6/32 tread depth from the factory, or 6.5 30-seconds. I actually have like 5.5 30-seconds on them now. So they're holding up pretty good. Again, I don't drive my car all that hard all the time. So I'm not really beating the shit out of them. I just want to make sure that garage door is going to close when we get to that time. I think it's going to be close. We'll go ahead and get the second one off. We'll go over to POV view. We'll be back in a minute. POV view. What I was saying a minute ago is when I jacked up the back end of the car, it seems like it pulled the car back a little bit. So the garage door might not actually close now until I get the rear down. Which I'm not gonna put the rear down because I gotta put the wheels on, or take the wheels off. So it's gonna be close. I may end up just leaving the garage door open and hope that nobody comes in the garage, which I don't think it will. I live in a nice development. Alright, so you can see these NT05s, the regular NT05s, do pick up quite a bunch of shit. I mean, they are sticky enough to where they will pick up a lot of cinders, shit like that. So now you can see the NT05R next to the NT05 straight up. I thought yesterday that the 05R was a little bit taller. That does not seem to be the case. The regular NT05 is maybe by a couple millimeters taller. When I had it next to the car yesterday, it seemed a little bit different. Just looking these over, it looks like I'm getting a little bit of rub somewhere. Not sure where, because my rear really is not that low. I did intentionally leave a gap. For you guys who have never seen the back end of my car, I do have the Bilstein HD shocks in the back. You got the Steeda Sport springs, and I got the Maximum Motorsports Extreme lower control arms with the adjustable perches. Not sure how much you guys can see. And as you see, I got the Maximum Motorsports full length subframe connectors and stock rear end. Just gears done. Stock sway bar. You know, nothing special, but she does the trick. I will say that since I put the lower control arms on, while I still do get a considerable amount of wheel spin, I've never had wheel hop with this car, ever. So that's a non-issue. But I will say, since I put the control arms on, I can power like a fucking banshee through wheel spin. So my balls are big with those control arms. I do not lift at all, which definitely makes it a little bit easier for me on the street. However, I do need to get some hook, so that's where these bad boys come in. So I'm going to go ahead and get these packaged up. We'll get these in the back of the truck. We'll come back in a second. I forgot my code and I don't have my key on me. Alright, so we're going to use this nifty thing that I have for the F-150 because I don't have the key on me. So we're going to unlock the doors this way. Got the forward pass. And the doors should unlock in a couple seconds here. And then which the tailgate also unlocks. There we go. So now tailgate's unlocked. We can get the wheels and tires in there. So today we're gonna actually use her as a pickup truck. Ooh, look at that pretty shot. You get a few shots of that for the haters of the reps. All right. Get these bastards loaded in here. And a lot of guys try and clown on me, say, hey, why are you going with 275s instead of 315s? I am anti-315. Number one, I have a 10-inch wheel, and it's just not right. I don't give a shit what any of you guys say. You're not the manufacturer. I trust the manufacturer, the guys who make the tires, over I trust you guys. Some of you guys may get pissed over that comment, but it is what it is. It's my car. I'm the one driving it. I know better. Going to an extremely wide tire is not going to fix my issue. Compound and sidewall is going to fix my issue. So I went with another 275/40/17. And if this doesn't work, then I'm going to bump down to a 15 and go 260, 60, 15 or something of that nature. And we'll get some more meat on it, more sidewall on it. Let's see how it goes at that point. But I'm hoping these do the trick because I don't want to lose any handling ability. You guys know I'm pretty particular with that. I will give up a little bit of straight line traction for handling. I will not give up too much handling for straight line traction though. I consider myself a very drag race oriented person, but I have a street car, so to me maintaining the drivability as a street car is more important to me. And again, you guys can say I'm crazy, you guys can call me a schmuck, do whatever you want, but again, these are street car problems. So I still want to be able to enjoy it and have it handle on the back roads when I'm not going straight, because more than likely I'm enjoying it on the back roads more than I'm enjoying it in a straight line. So, alright, we got them packaged up. Get another shot for my Instagram fans. And we'll get out of here in a few. Crawl my fat ass up this truck. And we'll get out of here, so we'll see you guys at CJ's. It's a little bit later in the afternoon. Shit took a little bit longer than I expected. Like I said, I had to take my cat to the vet. She's not doing too good. There was a little bit of confusion. My stepdaughter actually almost put her down today. So I'm not ready for that. So we're working on getting her to eat a little bit. Hopefully she's going to be better, but we're pretty much prolonging the inevitable. The doctor said, you know, she's got some shit going on with her organs that they found from the ultrasounds. They're not liking, but you know, we may be able to keep her comfortable for a little bit. So I'm just not ready to let her go yet. So I'm prolonging that a little bit. We got her home, got my tires done, fucked around at CJ's for a little bit today. Because I have the flush valve stems, they warned me about these before, that they're a little weird trying to seal. Plus with the step that I have on the rim lip. First time we mounted them, we didn't have any problems, but the second time, one of the wheels was a little bit of a problem. They had to go buy me another set. Thank God there was a local import shop that happened to have another set of the flush valve stems. So they got me another one, got it taken care of, fucked around with it for a little bit more, had to mount and unmount the one wheel a couple times until it would seal. But they got it good, so thanks to the guys at CJ's Tire in Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. Haley Levingood, you hooked me up like you did last time. Again, I don't trust a lot of guys with my car. This time I didn't take the car down there. If it was nicer out, I would have, but I don't trust a lot of guys with my car. He's a young guy, he takes care of shit, treats me like royalty, even though, you know, basically I have a shit box. I don't have a Corvette, I don't have a Z01, I don't have a Lambo, you know, but they treated me with that respect and, you know, that level of courtesy when I'm there. So that makes a difference to me. So again, Haley Levingood, CJ's, Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. If you guys are out in that area, check them out. They've done alignments for me on the car before when nobody else want to do it. They mount and balance tires that nobody else wants to do because they're race compound tires. You know, so the shit that a lot of people are scared of, they do take care of for me, so that's good. So far, the NT05Rs, they are quite a bit more gummy than the NT05s. I thought when I originally got the NT05s that they were pretty gummy. So I don't know if they got harder on me over time. I got to do a little bit more research. I thought that these were fine. I mean, I know they get hard in colder weather, but I was under the impression that the gumminess went back to normal as soon as they were heat cycled. When I asked Nitto, when I first got those tires, if they needed to be heat cycled, they said no. They said just when you're ready to party, get them up to 200 degrees and, you know, let her rip, tater chip. So I never gave them an initial heat cycle. I'm going to put these on the car now. It's like 55 degrees out today. I was thinking about maybe going down and getting some gas in the car and then take it out to the edge of the development and give her a quick heat cycle before I park it, but I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit of research after we get these on. Maybe we'll come back with a nice little burnout footage, but I'm not sure yet. There's a lot of cinders on the ground. I'll take you guys out and see what it's like living in Pennsylvania in the wintertime. Like I said, good thing it's like 55 degrees. But problem is, you see all these cinders? This shit is all over the street. And my NT05s, the regular NT05s would kick those up as a motherfucker. You can see all going down the street, just all cinders. So my regular NT05s would kick those up like a son of a bitch. The NT05Rs, like, I'm going to be breaking people's windows with pebbles. More importantly, I'm going to be fucking up my own paint. I don't want to do that. You'll see they are mounted. They got quite a bit of gumminess for them, even for, you can see how much these tread blocks move. And even with it being in the 50s, which is still kind of cold, it is still below their operating temp. But they're still pretty gummy compared to the regular NT05s. We'll see if we can get one of those traction blocks to move at all. You can see these things are pretty hard compared to the 05Rs. Again, I thought that they were gummier when I got them, but it's been a while. Maybe I didn't store them right. Who the fuck knows? We'll come back in a minute. We're going to get these out of the truck, get these mounted on the car, get the car down on the ground, and we'll figure it out from there. Alright, so we're going to wipe off some of the schmutz that's on the tires. You can see how much stuff that these things pull. There's all kinds of shit gummed up on them because rolling them around the garage, they do pick up quite a bit of shit. You can see here the flush valve stems that I have there. It was this one that was actually given the issue. And you can see just going on my driveway how much little shit these things pick up. You see all the mounting grease on the wheels. Again, that's not a big deal. This shit always comes off. As long as there's no scratches. They did apologize for getting so much grease on there. And so as long as there's no scratches, which fucking A there is. So we're gonna have a little bit different talk with them now. So I'll be back. Alright guys, we're back. We got a little bit of an issue. You see there's a nick right there. Nick right there. Nick right there. Nick right there. And there's scuffing that goes all along there. Little nick right here as well. And the other wheel's not as bad. This was actually the wheel that I knew that it had problems with. Again, these aren't expensive wheels, but it kind of pisses me off. See nick right there, nick right there. Little nick right there. I think that's it for these. So yeah, there was a little bit of an issue. I just called down, spoke with the guy that mounted them. I'm sure he'll take care of them in some fashion, but it's a setback. So we'll come back. I'll let you guys know what happened. I just had a brief chat with the guys down at CJ's. Talked to Bob, one of the acting managers, I guess, down there. He was the guy who actually did the install. And I took to Haley. I said, look, you know, this isn't like a life or death thing, but these wheels were mint when they were down there. So I'm a little peeved. You know, shit happens. That's why I went to them, because usually they are very good. They did it the last time without an issue on these wheels, but I don't know what happened today. Something happened today. So I'll give you guys an update once I hear back from them. I sent them pictures. They want me to stop back in, but they're closed today. So I'm going to have to dismount the wheels again and get the wheels into them one of these days, probably next week, and then try and go down. Unfortunately, I got to get the wheels on the car because I got to be able to move the car forward because the garage door won't shut. So I got to get that done and get this in a little bit, and then we'll deal with the wheels next week. So we're going to go to POV mount. And one time I don't check it, and I'm not really particular about it, is you know, the day that something happens. These things happen. Thank God they weren't CCWs. That's the that's the one good part about this scenario, is they're not CCWs. They're really cheap wheels, but obviously if they chip them, then I want them to reimburse me for it. As you guys can see, I'm usually pretty fucking careful with these things, just because it's got a very shiny finish, and the littlest goddamn thing with these things has the potential to scratch them. So this is why I said that I'm very particular with who touches my car, because I want somebody that's going to be as careful with my car as what I am, so we can avoid things like this, because I have the potential to be a really nice guy, but when shit like this happens, if this ends up being a runaround, I will be a complete nightmare for them. You know, I'm going to give them the opportunity, because again, they do go on, they are involved with us as a sponsor through one of the Facebook groups that I'm on. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt. We'll let them take care of it and see what they do. I don't know where I put, probably left it over on this side. Yep. So again, we'll give them the, we'll get these on for the time being. All right, one wheel on and tight. And go over to the next one. This side's a little bit tight, so I won't be able to do it with the stool. Usually I end up crouching down on the ground and then kind of shimmying them up and holding up with my legs. God, that pisses me off. Because now that I see that at an angle, God, that fucking pisses me off even more. Now that I see that at an angle, that's going to catch my eye every goddamn time I clean these things. And it's going to annoy me. Tight over here. Now I know for next time to park it a little bit further away from this side. It makes it a little bit difficult to get the wheels back on. And you guys that have a single bay or have connected bays like I do know this struggle oh so well. If you have a post in the middle and have two garage doors, this is the shit you gotta deal with when you're not blessed to have a great garage. But these things will happen. Not everybody can have an awesome garage, so I'm blessed for what I have, and I try and work through it. So any of you guys that think my car is perfect, I guess right now is one of those good angles to show you that yes, my car is still a 24-year-old car with original paint. You can see my paint is not perfect. There's another one up here somewhere. You know, you can see on the door there, I got a couple little nicks. Down here it's a little rough around the side skirts. Got a little ding right there. Back bumper, you can see I got the typical shit with the spider webbing on the plastics. Again, guys, my car is not perfect. My car is like a 2-footer from like 2, 3 feet, 4 feet. You know, the thing looks fucking great. Again, you can see a chip there. It's got a couple chips. I mean, this car's got 157,000 miles on it. This car was not garage kept until 2014 maybe. So you know, again, this thing does have its battle scars. You see right there, it's scratched up. The whole top panel piece up there, a little bit of bubbling up. It's got some rust forming on that. You know, again, guys, this car is not perfect. I appreciate all the kind words that you guys give me. The car is beautiful. There is no doubt about it, but it is not perfect. So rest assured, even though it seems like the car sits a lot, the car does get driven. You know, it has seen some better days. I try and keep it in as best shape as possible, but you know, the old girl's starting to see some wear and tear. So one of these days I need to think about how much deeper I want to get into this. If I want to repaint it, if I just want to keep it as is and just do a Terminator or do something else, I don't know, and just keep them both. We'll kind of see. But this is pretty much going to be it. We're going to get it down off of the jack stands for now, and then we'll come back and I'll let you guys see what they're like on. Again, these things catch a ton of shit just rolling them around. You can see they're all gummy. So hopefully they do the trick once we get them out on the road. We'll be back in a little bit. Alright, my dudes, I am back with a little bit of an update on the wheel and tire situation. I talked to CJ's. It's Wednesday. I'm going to get the rear tires off, or the rear wheels off again for Saturday morning and get down there so I can check out the damage, hopefully take care of things. I talked to Nitto today about if there was any initial heat cycle needed for the NT05Rs. They told me the same thing with the NT05. When you're ready to party, give it a 5-10 second burnout, get them nice and toasty, and you know, rock and roll, give her hell. So I let them know the situation with the NT05s and what I was experiencing. They said, you know, everything should go back to normal. If they're cold, they should get back up and gummy again, which they have not been. So they suggested that I go back to the place where I bought them from and do a warranty exchange. They got them from Discount Tire Direct. They're not local. So I talked to CJ's who did the mounting on these. They don't want to get involved because they know Nitto's not going to pay them back for the credit. So called Discount Tire Direct. They're great guys to deal with. I really wish they were local because I would just get all my shit done there. But they're not, so I got to deal with mail order stuff. The dude I talked to understood completely. He's got a Lightning. He's got traction problems. He knows, you know, he knows my pain a little bit. So we talked a little bit, and he said, look, you know, I want to keep you as a customer. We're going to lose money on the deal, but we'll pay you to send them back. We'll send you shipping labels, send them back to us. We'll give you your money back, or a good portion of your money back, and then we'll heat cycle them. If they're good, we'll sell them on eBay. Sure, that works with me. Whatever. He got back to me about 20 minutes later and said, hey, you know, I talked to the warehouse. It's not going to make sense for us financially to pay for them to come back and heat cycle them, check them out, and then put them on eBay, pay the fees, ship them out, yada, yada, yada. He's like, we're going to lose money. So he goes, let's just do this. I'll give you a $100 credit back. You keep the tires. Tires are still pretty much new, so whatever. I'm cool with that. So they're going to pay me $100. They're going to let me keep those tires. You're going to see them over there. They still do good in the turns. They're just not doing it for me on digs when I get into boost. Like I said, they're just not quite as gummy as what they were. They seem to stiffen up a little bit. So we're going to see. We'll find out with the NT05Rs if they do the same thing once I get them out on the street and they get cold and they get warm again, if they don't go back to their initial grippiness or their initial elasticity. Then I'll call Nitto and say, hey man, we got a problem. I'm on my second set of gummy tires and you know, they're doing the same shit. Hopefully that's not the case. Either I got a bad batch or I don't know. Hopefully it's something stupid and these 05Rs do the trick for me. So I'm going to come back with another video. I'm going to let you guys know what happens at CJ's on Saturday. Let you know if they give me a hard time. If they do, you know, we'll make shit happen. If they don't, you know, hopefully they don't, because I really don't feel like arguing. I got enough shit going on in life. But I'll let you guys know what happens with that. We'll get another video as a follow with the NT05Rs once I can get the car out on the street. I got another follow-up video I'm going to do a little bit later this week that you guys are going to love, so stay tuned for it. It's one of those major things that everybody hates about the SN95s and is a major pain point if you're an SN95 owner. I'm going to show you what I did to address it, or what I'm planning to do to address it. I know you guys like those videos. I talk about the shit nobody else talks about, so hopefully you'll find this one a refreshing one and something that makes sense to you if you guys want to do the same thing. So stay tuned. Make sure to like, subscribe, share the video. Keep me going as long as you can, guys. I'm not going to hit that 1,000 subscriber limit by February 28th, so I'm just not going to get monetized anymore. Whatever. Not a huge deal. I don't get a ton of money, but you know, it was nice while it lasted. But if you guys like the videos, smack the like and subscribe. I'll keep on doing them if you guys like them. If you have suggestions for other things you want to see, let me know, and I'll try and get to it as quick as I can, or get to it at all. So let me know what you guys want to see. keep checking out the channel for the next video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.